everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please like the video and subscribe, and I hope you're all having a great day. So today's video is a little bit exciting. As you can probably tell from the title, I have quite a big announcement. I am pregnant. Yay. When this video goes up, I will be 31 weeks pregnant, so I'm in like my third trimester. I'm well through most of it now, but I wanted to jump on and talk about my experience being pregnant and my experience being pregnant during COVID pandemic, during lockdown. I live in the UK, so this video is my experience of like the UK lockdown, not like any other country or whatever, obviously. But yeah, I just wanted to like talk about my experience, what's happened, my symptoms and all the rest of it, and I'm gonna make a few videos about being pregnant because it's quite exciting. So yeah, so like the video, subscribe to my channel, and let's get to it. So I've written down quite a lot of things to say today because I have a case of baby brain and I forget everything. I want to start off by talking about the beginning, the first trimester. It's a good place to start. We found out that I was pregnant in the beginning of August. It was around the August 7th, August 10th mark, and we found out that I was around 5 weeks. We weren't actively trying to get pregnant. We had just, you know, stopped contraception type thing and just carried on as normal, and you know, we both thought, oh yeah, in a few months maybe, you know, I'll get pregnant or whatever, you know, it'll be ages, because that's what everyone says, isn't it? Like, I've heard so many stories of like people coming off contraception and whatever, trying to have a kid, it takes months and months and months, but no. For us it took 2 weeks. So yeah, it was quite quick, a little bit unexpected, but you know, it happened, so here we are. We're really excited. So yeah, we found out around August 7th, August 10th. I was 5 weeks pregnant, so we started the process type thing. I phoned my doctor, they referred me to the midwives, and the process began rolling. I had an appointment with the midwife and they did all like the checks, you know, to make sure and all that sort of stuff. And then on the 28th of September, I had my first scan. It was the 12-week scan. We were super excited, but big but, because it was, you know, COVID pandemic, people being extra safe and secure and all this sort of stuff, and I think we were in lockdown still in September, I can't remember, but my partner, he wasn't allowed to come with me. So for that first scan, you know, it's like really exciting but kind of scary at the same time. You know, you just don't know what they're gonna find on the scan, you know, on the inside. So I had to go on my own. I didn't mind, but I was a bit nervous. I did want him to come with me, obviously, and he wanted to come with me too, because obviously this is his first child as well. This is both of ours first child. He just wanted to support me and I wanted to support him and stuff, but he didn't get to go. He wasn't allowed to go. I had to go on my own. Thankfully everything was okay. The baby was growing nicely and everything was normal. You know, they did all the little checks and the tests of the fluid in the brain and the measurements and stuff like that, and everything was fine. So thankfully it was okay. And because he wasn't allowed to come, I was allowed to record some clips of the baby moving around on the ultrasound monitor. So I will try and insert a few clips here of the 12-week scan. So it was really exciting to have that 12-week scan. Obviously we were now able to tell people. We had told a few people anyway, like our parents, siblings and whatever, but obviously like you don't want to tell everybody. So you obviously can like tell people before your 12 weeks, but you know, sometimes it's better not to, because they do say after 12 weeks you're less likely to have a miscarriage and stuff like that. So we did wait until after the 12-week scan, and that was really exciting to tell people. Didn't have to hide it anymore. Obviously my work knew and my partner's work knew, but other than that, like friends and things didn't. So it was really, really exciting to actually be able to tell people. So the next appointment that I was able to hear baby was the end of October. I had a midwife appointment, and she did the Doppler on my belly and we found baby's heartbeat, and that was really, really exciting. I will try and insert the clip here of the heartbeat. They are so different, aren't they? But again, I had to go it alone. My partner was not allowed to come with me for any of these appointments, actually. You know, it's quite sad because I understand that, you know, we're in a pandemic, lockdown and all that. You know, I understand that it would have been easier to wait to have a baby until after the pandemic and when everything's gone back to normal. But then nobody really knows how long that could be. Like, that could be a year, that could be like 5 years, like nobody knows. And you know, life doesn't just stop because there's a pandemic, life still goes on. And I didn't want to wait like 5 years to have a baby. I'll be like 31 then, and that's like, no. I'm not waiting, it's just silly. So I understand we could have made it a bit easier for ourselves. And if we did wait until afterwards, then he would have been able to come to these appointments with me. But it is what it is. So we just got to get on with it, really. Thankfully, all the ultrasound people and the midwives are really, really understanding, and they let me record quite a lot of things. So obviously I did the recording of the first scan, and now the recording of the heartbeat, which was really, really nice to hear. I didn't realise they were so fast, you know, the heartbeats were so fast. But my midwife was telling me, like, the smaller the mammal, the faster the heartbeat, so they're looking for a fast heartbeat. So yeah, went to this appointment, everything was okay, obviously by myself again. So I obviously sent the clip over to my partner and he was really excited and like, oh, heartbeat and all that sort of stuff. So, and that was all within the first trimester. My pregnancy symptoms of the first trimester, I feel like weren't as bad as what they could have been. Obviously I was really, really tired because, you know, your hormones are going all over the place and you know, you're growing a baby inside you. You're growing a human being. So I was really, really tired all the time. No matter how much sleep I got, loads of sleep, little sleep, I was just always tired all the time. I kind of had morning sickness, but I kind of didn't. I had the feeling of feeling really sick, like all the time pretty much. And sometimes I thought I was going to be sick. Like, you know, when you feel it starting to come up, it's in the back of your throat and you're thinking, oh my God. And a few times I did urge, but I was never sick. Never once sick in my first trimester. So I was really lucky, really, because some women have really, really bad morning sickness. But me, I just had the feeling of I was going to be sick, but I never was sick. I'm quite grateful for that because I hate being sick. But at the same time, it's like sometimes you just wish yourself to be sick so it would get rid of the feeling. But I wasn't, so it wasn't too bad. And every now and again as well, I had a little headache. Wasn't too bad. It was mostly when I was like really hot and like a little bit stressed, then I would get a headache. But I was never dehydrated because I was working in quite a hot environment. I was drinking so much. Like, I think I was drinking 3 to 4 litres of water. Like, I had this bottle, this is a litre, and I would fill this up like 3 to 4 times in a day and drink all of it. So that was really, really good. Like, I drank a lot of water, which is really good. Now into my second trimester, I had the 20-week scan. This is the gender scan as well. So I had a 20-week scan at the end of November. I will insert a clip here, if I can, of the 20-week scan. It's really, really cute. So during my 20-week scan, obviously you are able to find out the gender, but again, because my partner wasn't there and I was in there by myself, I wanted to know what the gender was, but I didn't want to find out like on my own and then my partner find out separately. We needed to find out together, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. We wanted to find out together. I really, really wanted to know though, but we found out together. So what I asked the lady to do, this lady was so lovely. So I asked her to write down the gender of my baby on a piece of paper, and I gave her an envelope, so can you like fold it, put it in the envelope, and then seal it with some like sellotape or something, like so I can't peep. So she did. She went into a separate room, wrote it down, put it on a piece of paper in the envelope, and then gave it back to me. So now this 20-week scan was in the end of November, so I don't think we were in the full lockdown. I think this was the beginning of the tiers. I can't remember. But where I live, we were in tier 1. So we were allowed like a little bubble of people. So we had like a sort of gender reveal, but kind of not really. Well, it was, I suppose. So basically what it was me and my partner and then a few family members. We were all stood in the garden. We were at the top of the garden and they were at the bottom of the garden. And we had one of those really big black balloons, and you popped it and then all the coloured confetti came out. So we did that. It was really, really exciting. I'm not going to tell you what the gender is because I want to do a separate video for the gender because I'm really excited. But yeah, so we did the gender reveal. That was really exciting. Posted that online because, you know, we only had a couple of people around us, like our little bubble. So then everyone was like going crazy online, like, oh, congratulations and all that sort of stuff. It was really exciting. So that's one thing that we got to share together, was the gender reveal. Because obviously my partner couldn't go to any of the scans or anything, but we had that little thing, the gender reveal. We did it together, which was nice. But yeah, I'm going to do a separate video of the gender reveal. I'm going to make like a little pregnancy playlist. Very exciting. But yeah, in the second trimester I would have a little bit of sickness. It would like come on for a day or two and then go away and then come on, and it was really weird, very sporadic. But I think I was sick once. I urged and like a little bit came out, like a little, like a spit's worth. Gross. But I think at the time I had caught a stomach bug, because obviously I had other symptoms along with that sickness on the same day. So I don't know whether that was pregnancy related or whether that was a sickness bug. I was still really tired. People say your energy comes back during the second trimester and you get like this pregnancy glow and all this sort of stuff, but I don't feel like it did. I feel like my tiredness got a little bit worse. Obviously you're getting heavier and you're carrying around a bigger weight. But yeah, I don't know, I still felt really, really tired. And like towards the end of the second trimester, I was actually getting like really exhausted, like physically exhausted, to the point where like it's such an effort to even like raise your arms or like walk around, like all your limbs feel really heavy. And again, no matter how much sleep I got, loads of sleep or little sleep, it just never went away. Some days were better than others. My midwife recommended these Lucozade drinks to try and get electrolytes into me, get my energy levels back up really, and they worked for a little bit, but I think because I was drinking them a little bit too much, because I would drink them every day before work, they started making me feel a bit sick and they started making my heart race a little bit as well sometimes. So I stopped drinking them. And also in my second trimester, I started getting really, really bad back pain. It's called sciatica. Basically, it's like around your hips and below. I would get this horrible like stabbing, shooting pain go like down my leg and like up my back a little bit, to the point where I had to go home from work a few times because it hurt so much. So I was referred to a physio and she gave me some exercises to do and recommended a belly support band to wear when I'm like walking a lot or, you know, doing something. She said don't wear it all the time, and my midwife said don't wear it all the time, just wear it like, for example, at work or whatever. Slightly going downhill in the second trimester, but it's alright. But one happy, exciting thing, towards the end of the second trimester, I started to move and kick more frequently and quite a lot. My partner couldn't feel it very much. It was quite funny actually, because I would be like sitting on the sofa or whatever and like, come in, kicking. And then he would come, put his hands on my belly and then just stop instantly. It's quite funny. Yeah, he has actually felt kick a couple of times now, like proper kicks where his hand is. So he's very happy about that. So that brings us up to now. I am in my third trimester now. When this video goes up, I will be 31 weeks. I had a 30-week growth scan just last week, I think it was, the end of January. I didn't get a clip of this one, but it was quite quick, like in and out, quick growth scan. They check the measurements, check your fluids and all that stuff. They don't very often give you photographs, but I got some photos because my partner couldn't come. And it was quite an annoying situation actually, because when I got the letter for the growth scan, it said on it that my partner was allowed to come, but that was when we were doing the tier system thing. And then obviously after Christmas, we went into the full lockdown again, like we are at the minute. And I got a phone call, like, I think it was about 2 or 3 days before the scan, from one of the nurses at the hospital saying, "We're really, really sorry, but your partner can't come." So he was gutted, and he was like, oh, really bummed out, because he was like so excited. This would be like his first appointment, his first scan that he was allowed to go to. He could see it live, you know, really exciting. He could see the whole thing. And then a couple of days before, he had got the day off and everything to go to this scan. Like, he got the day off from work and everything. And then for a couple of days before, we get the phone call saying, sorry, he can't come. He was devastated. But he drove me to the hospital anyway and waited outside for me. So he was kind of there, but kind of wasn't. But yeah, I didn't get a clip of this one. They weren't really looking at the baby like that, per se. They were just looking at like individual little sections to like obviously measure the head, measure the belly, measure the legs, measure like the bones and the cord and all that sort of stuff. But I did get a few pictures. They're a bit blurry, and because the baby's bigger, the lady said you can't really get them all on the screen type thing, but I did get a few pictures. You can kind of see. This is the 30-week growth scan. They're a little bit blurry, but the lady said, you know, the baby's big now, so it's harder to get them all in the picture so you can see them. So far, my symptoms in the 3rd trimester, I'm getting even more tired. I'm carrying around quite a good weight now, but I am getting really, really tired now. I can't really go on my nice long country walks anymore because I get too tired. I can't go all the way around, and I do find if I do walk quite a bit, my back does still hurt. It's still there, still niggling at me. I still have my belly band, so I can wear that if I need to, but yeah, I'm still getting my back pain. I'm not sick anymore. I don't feel very sick. Not very often anyway. Very rarely I feel sick now. And the baby is kicking quite a lot now, especially in the evenings. I find kicking in the evenings is like more than the mornings. I also find myself getting quite breathless, but I think that's because the baby's getting bigger. It's kind of pushing against my lung, and I'm just big. I feel really big. Even though I've got like 10 weeks to go yet, I still feel really big. And I'm only going to get bigger. So yeah, that's like kind of up to date. I am due another growth scan in a couple of weeks. I haven't got the letter through the post yet, so I don't know when that is. But again, my partner probably won't be able to come with me. It's quite sad. I've kind of been experiencing it all on my own, but what can you do? You know, women like to have their support system there, their partners, but it's a bit different. Everybody's had to adapt, you know, everyone's had to change. So it is what it is, unfortunately, and we just have to soldier on through. So that's my up-to-date pregnancy in lockdown. I'll show you a little clip of baby bump now. It's getting quite big, quite rounded, you know, it's popped a little bit, so it's very exciting. I don't think I was this big a week ago, so it's definitely gotten bigger. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I will be doing like a little update more towards my delivery, and hopefully I'll be doing like a labour and delivery video as well of my experiences doing that during lockdown. Stay tuned for the gender reveal. I'm going to do a nursery tour and a little review of the pram that we got as well. Great deal for the pram. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!